Hello everyone, we are currently in the second week of the Counting the Omer, which is the week of Din, the week of judgment, of Gevurah. It's actually very interesting how Gevurah, Din, judgment, limitations, and strength seem to be all together. Being able to judge something is able to understand its strength. Being able to put limitations, also boundaries, is enabled to understand the power of a certain thing and being able to direct it the proper way. So strength means really being able to build something based on the power that exists. That is why women are usually compared to Gevurah. The man in Kabbalah is Chesed, is love, and woman is Gevurah, which is strength and Din, because basically the woman takes the power of the man and builds something with it. The woman is able to see what power the man has and helps him build himself, and that's why they're the one who build the house, and they're the one who are actually the strength of the family, so to speak. If there was no women, there'll be no hope for marriage, families, and our society. So this is the reason I want to start with that, is for us to understand why there are so many definitions almost of Gevurah, the second week, which again, as we said, Gevurah means strength, but it means also limitations. It has to do with Din, with and judgment connected to Din, and we judge when we judge, we put limits on something. So what's the whole second week? How do we work on that? So as we started mentioning, we have to work on learning how to judge people, and there are 7 levels on how to judge people, which goes for the whole week, right? If you follow, Chesed Gevurah, Gevurah, but I'm not going to go into every detail, but I want to give a general outlook so that your week is with that spirit, at least. So basically, we have to start first and remember that the first week was Chesed. Why was the first week Chesed? Because we start freedom, we start to understand ourselves, we start. Anything you're going to start, you have to start with love. So you have to be filled with love. Before you enter judgment, before you're going to start to judge someone, before you're going to put limitations on something, you got to understand you got to love it, first of all. You got to connect to it and love it and understand the potential of that thing. Chesed, as we know, is love, but it's also expansion, the power to expand and the greatness. So you want to put, let's say, limitation on a child or on someone, or you want to judge someone based on what he did, you have to come first with an approach of chesed, an approach of love, and sense love and sense the greatness of the person. Then, only then, can you start, and that's in a way why we start chesed Gevurah, right? That you have to be love in Gevurah, that you have to be able to see that, and then you can start have that judgment and put limitation in a way that, yes, is gonna enable the person to still be lovable, but starting putting boundaries and necessary boundaries for that love to be able to continue and that love to be able to be safe. We need to, today is Tiferes Shebigvura, and which I mean, we need to have a sense of harmony. If I judge someone, I have to be able to do it in a way that what I'm going to say and the way I'm going to judge and the way I'm going to perceive the person has to be consistent with the rest of the world and creates a balance. Like my Rebbe says, it has to be a balance between if you judge too harsh, or if you judge person in the wrong way, you might make the person weak and not able to withstand the judgment, or not able to continue its expansion, its growth. and we have to therefore be able to look at the world, perceive the world, create, judge everything. We have to judge anything you do as you go in the world, whether it's at work, whether it's your family, with friends. You judge everything. We are judgmental. Now it's good to be judgmental, because then you cannot put boundaries, you cannot have directions, and you're going to put everybody on the same level, and that's not healthy. It's not going to work. So boundaries, limitations are good. They represent strength. You need that. As long as you start with love, you're safe. But you need to put certain rules, certain limitations to your own life. And you want to be successful in life, you have to judge yourself first. Judge what you need. How, am I using my chesed? Am I expanding in a healthy way? Am I loving the healthy way? Am I with the right people? Am I judging other people in the right way? And ask myself all those questions, so that I become a strong person, not just a loving person, but a strong person. Because you can be loving and very weak, just oh yes, oh nice, but that's not a healthy chesed. It has to be strong, and you become very strong when you start judging. When you start judging, you're able to say who is a strong man, who is the one who puts limitations, who directs his desires. And so one needs to judge oneself and find the boundaries he needs, and redirect his life, his expansion, whether in business, personal life, or that. And if we do that, then we are able to stay in the love that we got at the beginning, be able to love the world, to be able to love oneself, but put a structure to one's life and to one's perception of life that will keep us in a loving world and a loving perception, but in a safe one and lasting one and balanced one. All right, so may we all be netzach shebigvura, to fight for our boundaries, for the judgment that needs to and the limitation that needs to be put out there on ourselves and others, and be successful, B'ezras Hashem. May you all become Gevurah in the healthiest possible way.